Here we go. Fabulous. Love how you do it.
Fabulous.
Fabulous Blue Bombers. Fabulous. Fabulous. The Fabulous Blue Bomber Show.
On Shaw TV, brought to you by Moxie's. Now here are your hosts, Kim Babbage and Brody Jackson.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us this week here on the Fabulous Blue Bomber Show on Shaw TV. I'm Kim Babbage. Rockin' Rudy Gower's on camera. QX104 FM's Brody Jackson is here. First, we would like to start off by saying thank you so much to Darren Dunn and the crew at the Assiniboia Downs for having our entire Fabulous Blue Bomber Show crew down. We watched the horse races. We watched the Bomber game on the big screens. We probably did a little bit more winning than the team did.
I won $1.20.
Nice.
I know, not too shabby. And I'm actually going to use it to go on Kijiji and try and find out where the poles are. Anybody know where those are? Like, can you buy them off Kijiji?
The uprights?
We're missing them. What happened?
I think they're probably shining them up ahead of the home opener. They do come off.
Do they polish them up and everything?
I'm going to think so, yeah.
I just thought it was a new way so that Pilardi will never, ever miss a field goal
right.
again.
If there are no upright sticks, you're always going to be down the middle.
Right, golden every single time.
Exactly.
But if you know where they are, please let us know.
Yeah, well, I'm going to guess that those maintenance guys down there probably have a pretty good idea.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
Anyway, I wanted to say also a hello to the gal who stopped me by the dessert buffet table at the Assiniboia Downs to say she enjoyed the show. I didn't get her name, but thank you very much for saying how much you enjoyed the show, and it was nice to see some of our fans out there while we were having fun.
And thank you for letting us have some of the dessert, too. We appreciate that
Absolutely.
because we love the dessert.
It was very good. So the second thing is, now you may have heard about a big fire at Shaw in Calgary last week. Well, it ended up making our Fabulous Blue Bomber Show we weren't able to put it up on the web as soon as we wanted it to. So people have been saying, what, was there no episode last week? Well, there was. It is up on the web now. But in case you missed it, we're actually going to bring you the Section S song. Jay's musical moment will be a repeat of last week's song because A, we enjoyed it so much, but B, I think it's a good one leading into the home opener coming up on Thursday next week.
Well, it's a great way to prep for Section S. Actually, I'm going to be sitting in Section S too next week. Really stoked on that.
Have you sat there before?
I've sat there once and I couldn't hear for 3 days.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens this time. And I'm really stoked for next week's game. You know what the Bombers have been going through? I really likened it to having like one of your really, really close friends just having a terrible time. They're getting injured, they have broken legs, they can't walk, they're just, life.
Does that happen to regular people a
Yeah,
lot?
all the time. Just getting really bummed out. Nothing is going their way. They just don't have any luck. So what do you do for them? You have a big party.
Cannonball!
Have a big party.
Totally.
You get out there, you get loud, you get rowdy, and that's what we're going to do for the Bombers next Thursday.
That's a great, good one. A good call, good plan. I think that's absolutely accurate. We'll be giving away tickets at the end of the show, but if you don't win them, make sure you're here for the big home opener on the 26th. So as we mentioned, we're kind of shuffling things around a little bit this week because the Bombers had that really weird short week. It really screwed everything up for our production schedule. Thanks, CFL. But because of, exactly, Rockin' Rudy Gower says, wah, wah.
Smithies, are they booing me?
No, they're saying Boo Earns. Boo Earns.
Because of that, we sort of had to shift things around, and this week we're going to start with a segment that's usually later on in the show, but we're going to start this week with the Workhorse.
And for somebody who really deserves the Workhorse, and this is the thing with the Workhorse too, sometimes it can go just outside of the field, and that's exactly what this man does.
The Fabulous Blue Bomber Show steps up to the post. And they're off. At the 40, at the 30, at the 20, at the 10, it's a photo finish. That's your Assiniboia Downs Workhorse of the Week.
So we've had to change the rules up a little bit this week for our Workhorse of the Week segment brought to you by Assiniboia Downs. Last week, special teams coach Kyle Walters got the award, but he's not around, and we actually asked the players to award next week's Workhorse. So we decided to pick you, Chris Svetkovich, aka Sveti. No, we did. We decided to pick you because of all of your off-field accomplishments, which we'll get to in a second, because the thing is, the only time the long snapper gets noticed on a broadcast is if he screws up or if you're in the background of other people's shots. And you're in the background of a lot of shots, as it turned out.
How close are you to breaking through?
Alex Super in there and Brandon Stewart. Those two off.
Scores a touchdown, something good happens there. Sveti just kind of standing there. It's great.
I'm a guy from all the pictures and the beer commercials and stuff. This is the guy that peeps in. Yeah.
Nice. All right, so we are awarding you this week's Fabulous Blue Bomber Show Workhorse of the Week. So here you get your horse head. They're coveted horse heads. Your task will be to pick next week's workhorse. So we'll come to you after next week's game, and it's up to you, anybody on the team, for whatever reason that you want to choose them. It can be anything, and they get to win the workhorse.
Is this the one that we gave you last year, me and B-Stu? Because me and B-Stu gave you something that looked very similar to this.
Yes, that award did get recycled. I think Jovan is in possession of that one.
No,
Rudy still has it.
Yes.
We actually did get workhorses for all of the winners this year, so you get to keep this one.
Okay.
Now, the reason we picked you is because of all of your off-field work. And people, of course, have already heard of S.7 Pets, which is the charity that you've been running, raising money to help animals who need good homes.
Yes, it's just basically helping 5 local no-kill animal rescue programs, and it's spent the off-season mainly working with their fundraisers, and now that the season started, I'm spearheading my own.
Now, this is one of the best things that's come out. This is the S.7 Pets calendar, and Corey Watson's page is one of the favorites because of this picture in the corner here. He's getting all licked up by that dog. It's a lovely, adorable photo. And there's some other great ones. Chris Garrett and a kitten, which I love. It's an excellent calendar. You can pick these up for $10. They've got them at the Bomber office. And this goes towards that. You've got some other fundraisers coming up too, and we're going to let you shout those out.
Yep, I have August 19th. I actually have this one. It's a paintball for a purpose. There's going to be 40 to 50 bombers there. There's going to be sign-up sheets. People just have to email me at svets.pets@gmail.com, or they can phone Paintball Paradise directly. And yeah, come out for a day. 50% of all sales are going to go directly to my foundation. September 22nd, we're having a S.7 Pets social at Westdale Community Center, and also have a poker tournament October 2nd. And for anyone who buys their poker tournament tickets before September 1st, is eligible to win a couple tickets to Banjo Bowl.
Nice, very nice. Well, the thing I love about this is you had this photo shoot, and then the guys all stormed into the office and scared the pants off of Jeffrey Bannon in the office, I understand.
Yeah, well, first we did the store, and a woman ran out of the store and told some men with guns and masks ran in. Yeah. I don't know why we would wear our own jerseys and look like super fans, but yeah.
You guys look like the A-team. Like you look like the Winnipeg Blue Bomber version of the A-team.
Looks like Rambo.
He looks like Predator.
Jovan's got his sleeves rolled up to show his guns here. Pierre-Luc has like a really angry French guy face, which, you know, that's effective as well.
That was the hardest part, is for all of us not to smile, because every one of these guys is a smiler.
Exactly, totally. You've got the smiliest group of guys ever, and you're all standing there with these really fake grimaces.
I'm going to be honest, we felt pretty tough with those guns, yeah.
Nice. So. All right. Well, Sveti, congratulations on being our Fabulous Blue Bomber Show Workhorse of the Week for all of the good work that you do off and on the field, because the long snapping is very, very important, and you are known to be one of the best long snappers in the league. And when you were injured there a couple of years ago, there was some chaos for a couple of games. So you are important. You're critical. You're a critical cog.
Consistently invisible. That's what I need to be.
Congratulations for that.
Right.
And remember, you have to pick the winner next week.
Okay. There's going to be there'll be a process to that. I really have to see what's going to happen.
Okay. Can't wait to see who you pick. Thanks,
All right. Take care.
The Workhorse of the Week is brought to you by Assiniboia Downs. Open year-round for horse racing, gaming, and dining. Go to asdowns.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Chris Bekovich of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and today we are at Sophie's Dognasium with Manitoba Underdogs Rescue, and they're going to be part of S.7 Pets. It's an umbrella program that supports 3 no-kill animal shelters and 2 canine foster programs. I do a lot of charity stuff, a lot of community stuff, and I thought after 8 years here, maybe it was time to spearhead something of my own. And I got a soft spot for animals. I mean, we have 2 dogs at home from Winnipeg Pet Rescue, and you know, most of the people you talk to, I mean, Brad Foddy, our equipment manager, actually just adopted a dog from Jess and Manitoba Underdogs. So, I mean, it was something I think a lot of people, you know, share that common emotional attachment to animals, and I thought it would just be something, my turn to give back and do something. You hear a lot of places say a portion of the proceeds go to the cause of the foundation. In our case, it's going to be, after our costs, it's 100%. No money goes to the Bombers, myself, all the players that are out, like Brock and Obby, Goose, Kralchuk, they're all out here on their own. And so every cent that comes in is going to the shelters.
Oh, I'm a dog guy for sure. Grew up with dogs. My dog Hunt is actually running around out back right now. So my friend Derek's taking care of him, so it helps me out. Well, I think it's great. You know, I'm such a dog person, and you know, grew up around animals, and you know, I know Manitobans, especially here in Winnipeg. You know, there's so many animal lovers as well, and so many dogs without homes, and you know, so we're here to support the no-kill shelters and just, you know, help our friends out.
Good boy. Good boy.
I'm a big outdoors guy. I'm outside with my dog probably, you know, at least a few hours a day, and you know, you see all the people at the dog parks, and you know, you just get a sense of community and how they feel about their pets out here.
It's so cute. Which one's this?
I think this is Ben.
Hi, Ben.
Ben.
Kind of got a boring name though, eh, Ben? It's going to be tough leaving here without taking an animal with me, but they're just so cute, and it's just such good work they do here, and it's tons of fun. There's lots of kids around, there's lots of people around, lots of Bomber fans, so it's exciting. Patches!
Patches is like, no way, man.
So tell us about your logo. You designed a slightly modified Bomber logo.
Yeah, I did. It is a modified Bomber logo. I was kind of going for the Clemson paw, and then I showed it to Bannon, and Jeff thought it looked really cute. I wasn't really going for cute, but I guess if cute sells, then whatever helps. So we're going to be getting some gear in. We're going to do some shirts and hats and a bunch more stuff like that. And same thing, 100% of the profits go right to the shelters. I mean, everybody loves animals. I don't know how many people don't have an animal at home. If not, you should come and get one. There's plenty up for adoption. Also contact me at svets.pets, cvets.pets@gmail.com. You can also get at me on Facebook. Don't talk to me about the games. Just use that for. We don't need any hate mail coming to svetspets@gmail, but you know, we're accepting donations. I'll also put up a wish list too, because the shelters will be in need of you know, kitty litter and dog food, etc., etc. So I mean, anything helps.
1 Minute Whiff, brought to you by Winnipeg U-Drive and Payless Car Rental.
All right, we got number one on the jersey, number one in your hearts. Keto Povo joins us right now. Now, Keto, the first question, really important one, is the golf tournament last year for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Apparently, you were insanely good. How's the game going this year?
I don't know if I was insanely good. It was actually my first time on the course, but actually, for the first time, people said I was actually pretty good.
That was your first time?
Yeah, it was. I've been to the driving range a few times, but never actually golfing. That was my first time golfing.
So you know that's like an opportunity for you in the seniors PGA or something like that. You know, when you're 65 years old, you can get into it.
Something I probably consider.
No, if you were born in Montreal, but you were kind of on and off in Montreal. You started there, and then in the winters you'd spend down south.
Well, basically the opposite. I went to school down in Florida, and then for summers and the winters, I went back up to Montreal because I still have family there.
Okay, usually people like doing it in reverse. They're like going down south for the winters.
Yeah, you know, I had to do it during my break, so you know, I had to come see the people up here.
Top poutine toppers.
Ooh, I just like regular. I like regular with my 2 hot dogs and a nice cream soda, and I'm good.
Now this thing here, this is awesome, the hairdo.
Yeah.
Now I was talking to you before about how I wish I could do that, but this is not happening. What's the maintenance like on the hair?
You know, I just let it hang, man. Just let it chill, let it do its own thing, basically.
Is there a competition between you and some of the other guys? Because there's a lot of dreads happening.
Yeah, there is. You know, there's really no competition. I guess once in a while you get some guys saying, "Oh, my hair's long," and they just flip their hair around. But you know, besides that, it's all good.
Who spends more time on their hair then? The most?
I would say Heffney.
I don't know. I don't think he even touches his hair.
Olympics are coming up in the Summer Olympics. What sport do you think you would excel at in the Summer Olympics?
You know, Spetty told me that I should say the 2-man luge. I don't even know what that is, but
you're gonna have to YouTube it.
Straight pose it. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? If it was the summer, I don't know, ping pong or something.
Yeah, ping pong works. You know what? Throw the 2-man luge on some wheels, and you'll be fine on that one. And then we got another important question. I said the other one was more important, but this one is probably the most important. If you're cruising around Winnipeg right now and you see on a billboard some sweet eyes going on there, now those are your eyes.
Yeah, those are my eyes.
So are you on the side an eye model? Like, do you have something going on, like kind of how George Costanza in Seinfeld was the hand model?
I'm not sure. Can you tell me? Yeah.
Those bad boys. Do you have any eye protection that you have to wear on the side, like goggles when you're off field, so you're okay, like you're careful?
Not really, man. You know.
You don't know the song from These Eyes from the Guess Who? Do you know that song?
These eyes are crying or something like that.
Yeah. You got it. Actually, Kim Babbage is really good with These Eyes.
I'm not gonna sing for you, but what, you forgot a question that I asked you to ask Tito.
I did.
Are you worried about people like yanking on your hair in a game?
The last play of the game was the first time in my career somebody actually yanked my hair.
I worry about this for you all the time, actually, because I think that's like, it would be so easy to come by and just yank, and that would hurt.
It did hurt, I won't lie.
That's a question only a woman would ask you about, because I know Brody didn't want to. I don't want to ask him about his hair being
I want to
pulled.
get judged on that. She's also worried about your nails too, so just so you know.
My nails are fine.
No, but somebody did pull the last game.
Yeah, I actually got yanked back. I was running this way, and I was like, oh.
And that's got to be a penalty. Is
No,
there
it's
nothing
actually,
in the rule book about your hair getting
it's a
pulled?
part of the
Shocking.
jersey. It's a part of the jersey.
Really? Your hair is considered part of your jersey?
Yes.
Look, you're learning something new on the Fabulous Blue Bomber show here on Shot TV. I'm going to just leave it. Okay, I'm out.
1 minute with this man right here. Whoever busted you on those chops right there, we'll get him next game.
All
How's
right,
that
man,
sound?
appreciate that.
Keto Poba. Cheers, man.
It's time now for the Rules Clinic.
Hi everybody, my name is Mike Renaud. I'm the punter for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. On the Rules Clinic today, we're going to talk about illegal punts. Basically, anytime the ball is punted out of bounds in between the two 20-yard lines, it is considered an illegal punt. Ideally, what you want to do is to coffin corner the ball. Now, if I punt it out of bounds inside of the 20-yard line, then that's okay. That's considered a coffin corner punt, and that's what you want to do to limit the other team's chances of returning the ball for a touchdown. Now, anytime it is punted out of bounds inside the two 20-yard lines, you're looking at a 10-yard penalty from the spot of foul if the team accepts the penalty. However, they have the option to make you move back 10 yards and kick again. So this is when the strategy comes into play, and sometimes, depending on where the ball is kicked out of bounds, the team might decide to accept the penalty or have you move back 10 yards and kick it again. A situation where they might want to have you kick again is when you're backed up in your own end and you're deep back there, and they would like to bring a lot of pressure, either to force you to kick another bad punt or give them better field position with their return game. So if I were to punt from this point on the field right now, I'm a little bit backed up in my own end. Now what I would try to do is angle the ball outside the numbers. And this is when you could run into problem, whether it is wind conditions or you're forced from the opposing player, could force you to punt the ball out of bounds, which would draw a flag. So ideally, what you'd want to do is kind of aim for the numbers on the field, and you would get a nice kick, and there should not be any problems. The other point where you would run into a flag situation is if you're punting towards the end zone from midfield, let's say, and this is when you want to coffin corner it. Now, when you're standing back there on the 50-yard line and you're trying to get that ball in the numbers out of bounds in the air, which is when it's allowed, sometimes you might not hit it as far as you want and it could go out of bounds before the 20, which of course then would also draw another flag. Now, in a situation like that, what the team would do, they would accept the penalty and move up 10 yards from the spot of foul, which is more beneficial from them, as opposed to have you re-punt, which in that case, you might actually hit a better ball and coffin corner it. So these are a lot of things that come into play when you decide to do that. Now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna practice bad habits here. I don't normally do this, but I will put the ball out of bounds so you get a better picture. If I'm aiming inside the 20 and it decides to go out of bounds over there, now that's a bad ball. Ideally, that's more like a shank, and you'll know almost instantaneously that that's not what the punter intended to do, and that's very beneficial for the opposing team because they'll get the ball where it went out of bounds, 10 yards up. So it's pretty much the 101s of punting.
You've been photobombed.
Thank you everybody for sending in your Photobomb submissions. Please do keep them coming. We're going to take a look at what we've gotten on the email, Facebook, Twitter this week. So we're going to start, actually, this isn't actually a submission. I just wanted to show this picture. It's me and my sister riding ponies on a stick at the Assiniboia Downs, and appropriately there's a sign behind us that says winners.
I bet you wouldn't be showing this picture if it said losers behind
Well,
there.
I think the implication is that we are not winners if we're riding ponies on a stick. Anyway, I just like that picture. So here's our first submission. This is young Cassandra in her adorable little Blue Lightning outfit, next member of the Blue Lightning team. So this one has been submitted. That's pretty adorable.
And if you do have, that is adorable. This is an adorable picture. But if you have a little guy too, he can become a member too of the,
That's true. That's a good point.
The cheer team.
We have not addressed that very much. There are male cheerleaders, and I guess we'll get our first chance to really get a look at them in, full season form on Thursday. So you're right. I forgot about that. They actually sent us about 15 pictures of little Cassandra doing various things during the game. So anyway, very adorable young lady.
We're all about equal opportunity here for males and females.
That's right. Okay. So speaking of males, this young man, Char and Paul Dollywall, sent us this picture. He and I assume it's his sister got a chance to hang out with Jovan Johnson in front of the Bomber office, and I don't know if this just tells you how uncool I am. I do not know what that triangle thing they're doing with their hands is.
I got nothing for you. Maybe it's the basketball. Are they holding a basketball? Or no, they're catching the football.
Yeah, but he's a DB.
But he likes to get interceptions all the time,
True.
right? So they're catching a football, and she's worried about getting hit in the face.
Evidently. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for that one. Our next one was sent in during the Blue Bomber Toronto game the other night. Charlene and Eddie Turcotte sent us this one. Sitting third row at Rogers Centre. Look at how many Toronto fans showed up to this game.
Isn't the third row, like up to the third row, like a friends and family section? I think we need to start a Facebook group called Get the Argos Some Friends.
Wow, but seriously, look at that. Like third row, they had really good seats and nobody was there.
Go to an Argos game. Look at that. You're set. If you want to be a Bombers fan, you really want to get good tickets.
No doubt, eh?
Go to an Argos game and watch them there.
Unbelievable. All right, Heather submitted this one. This is Jack. And she wrote, 4 months minus 2 days here watching Wednesday's game versus Toronto. He actually stopped eating to crank his head back so he could watch the game on TV. And clearly, he was worried. Look at that face.
It's not only worried, he looks mesmerized, like adorable.
It's a beautiful photo, beautifully composed photo. So thank you to Heather for that one. And finally, Angel sent us this picture. And she was driving. She said that she took this photo because she didn't think anybody would ever believe that she saw this. It's near Pinawa, Manitoba. A rider's house. Somebody actually painted the side of their house in rider's colors and the logo.
That is really brave. I'm not gonna lie, you can't insult them, you can't make fun of them because that is so brave.
Right, and it's not even near the border, right? It's not like you're near Saskatchewan. That's far away. Pinawa, not close to Saskatchewan.
I want to see a bunch of bomber houses out there. I'm urging everybody, including you, Mr. Mayor, to get yourself some Blue Bombers on your house.
Blue and gold siding on your home. Anyway, those are our photos for our Photobomb contest this week. And as always, cameraman Rockin' Rudy Gower makes the choice. So Rockin' Rudy says...
I'll choose Cassandra. That was the first one, right? The couple at the Argos game reminded me too much of my sad Blue Jays and their injury-depleted season as well. So Cassandra, you're the winner.
All right. Now, but the Blue Bombers are having an injury-depleted season. There's no, solidarity there?
They are, but it's sad when both of my teams that I'm cheering for right now, both wearing blue colors, are having such bad seasons.
All right, fair enough. Rockin' Rudy says little Cassandra wins this week's Photobomb. Thank you so much for submitting, everybody, and please make sure you keep sending us your photos at FBBSWPG. You can send them to us on Facebook, on our Facebook page, or email them to us at fabulousbluebombershow@shaw.ca.
A musical moment with Jay.
It's a song about the sexiest section of all. Section S, you're the sexiest section of all. You're so much better than all the other letters. You're my favorite place to put my butt when I'm watching football. To be home to the beer snake, but that got out of hand, so they made a rule against it. Now all the drunk and disorderly students have had to find another way to have fun, so they jingle their keys. Yeah, like this guy. That's awesome. And that guy just humped me. Section S, you're the rowdiest section of all. Right in the ear too, yeah. You you pound the beers and eat the corn, and then you ride the pony, and then you yell stuff in this guy's ear, and I can't hear out of this side, so yeah, that guy too. And then you yell things at the other team's quarterback like, "Count the out, Bruce, you suck!" Section S, you're the section that I'll miss most of all. Eventually.
It's the sexiest section of all, Section S. I love that song.
I like that you were singing it right there.
Apparently, Jay says that every time I sing it, I change the tune of it. I don't think I do. But
It wasn't even the exact same song. It was something else. It was a hip song that you were singing off of.
Something else I made up in my mind. All right, we're going to take a peek at Twitter, as we always do here on the Fabulous Blue Bomber Show, to give you a look at what some of your favorite Blue Bombers are tweeting, because maybe you're not on social media, or maybe you just missed these excellent tweets. So our first one is from Enoch Mwamba, and it's a picture actually from the airplane ride to Toronto, and he says, "Not leaning back all flight long, hashtag 6'9" behind me." And I think that might be Swiston behind him, Paul Swiston. Yeah, I would think that those plane rides with some of the big boys, if you're sitting either beside them or they're behind you, you're not gonna be very comfortable.
I don't think he's allowed to complain though, because he's big too.
Enoch Mwamba?
Well, he's still huge like this. Probably the person
True.
beside him is going, not able to sit properly because I'm like this.
Well, that's true. His arms are the size of most people's thighs. Rudy, you have a...
Last year, going to Grey Cup, I sat beside Dorian Smith on the plane. Dorian Smith is not a small guy.
Oh.
That's true. Rudy was a little crunched in.
Yeah, Rudy used to actually be 5'11", about 250
That's right.
pounds, and now he's, back down to 5'9", about 160. Is that about right?
Is about fair?
That's fair.
All right. So our next one, it seems that we are not the only people who are interested in Joey Elliott's pants. And Justin Goltz and Joey Elliott have a picture together, and Joey's wearing the yellow slacks again. And Justin says, "Joey's pants are the highlight of the trip so far, hashtag GQ swag." And Joey responded with, "I'm in there like swimwear," which is one of my favorite phrases. But look at that picture. I mean, he's rocking the yellows again.
This is the second time in 2 weeks. Does he ever not wear yellow pants?
Well, I don't know.
I haven't seen any other pictures without him wearing yellow pants.
Well, it's true. So then Bryant Turner tweets a few moments later, "Shout out to Joey Elliott for being man enough to wear those pants, hashtag that takes guts."
It does, he does. But I mean, he's a football player. What is somebody gonna, harass him about that?
Everybody obviously is, and we are now.
Fair enough. The team's allowed to, though. They're allowed to.
All right. So Kirk Penton had a great tweet, and I just wanted to bring this one up. This kind of passed by a lot of people, but the Riders have signed former Blue Bomber slot back Terrence Jeffers Harris. Is he going to grab our playbook again and hand this to the Riders for Labor Day? Like, perfect timing.
Pretty much. I think Terrence Jeffers Harris is actually just a spy. He's like part of CSI, CIS, CS, someone.
CSIS.
That's the one. CSI. I've been watching too much TV lately.
You obviously have. My
It's very
goodness.
depressing. That's what happens when the Bombers don't have a good first half. I go to CSI. Don't tell anybody.
I have nothing to say to you. All right, so that's the tweets that we have brought you this week, and of course we'll keep bringing you more of those. Oh, though, interesting, Jonathan Heffney posted a tweet saying, "I want to post a thought about something, but I know I'm being watched now, so I won't." I thought, I hope he doesn't mean us. We love Jonathan Heffney and his tweets. We don't stop tweeting, Heff, please.
We want to keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Pictures of Dion Beasley sleeping are like the cornerstone of this program. So
it's what we live on every single week.
It certainly is. All right, well, folks, we do want you to be here on Thursday the 26th for the Blue Bombers home opener. It is critical that we sell this place out. Jovan actually tweeted this morning, actually I think to when we were taping this, that the atmosphere, it's going to be a whole new ball game once they're back home. The guys have been saying they're getting road weary. Even though before the season everybody said, 4 games on the road, no big deal. It's a big deal. They're tired, they're sick of traveling, they're ready to be home in front of their own fans. So let's bring them a house full of their own fans, folks. Make sure you get your tickets for that. If you would like to try to win some tickets as well as a gift card to the Bomber Store, courtesy of Alan, Maria, and the whole crew down there, and we love those guys, give us a shout, 480-3500, or email us, fabulousbluebombershow@shaw.ca. You can also answer on Twitter and on Facebook, any of those ways. Send us the answer, and the question is this.
Well, Mike Renault, he was doing some renovations for Doug Brown. What did Doug Brown say is the timing that Mike Renault can finally do your renovations?
It's my favorite part of last week's episode.
It's brilliant.
It's fantastic. Just the way he said it, I love it. So if you know the answer, contact us and we will let you know if you've won those tickets and you will be able to pick them up and come to the game. If not, though, just make sure you are here for this football game. Very important that you're here. Otherwise, our shows are all up on our Shaw TV Winnipeg YouTube page. We are endeavoring to make sure they're all up on Facebook. You can contact us on Twitter, on Facebook, everywhere else. We want to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and we can't wait to see you next week.
Time to get some rest.
The Fabulous Blue Bombers Show on Shaw TV. To see past episodes or contact the show, visit us online at shaw.ca/FBBS. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or email us at fabulousbluebombershow@shaw.ca.